Hey y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome back to the basement. Many days later than I intended to be, but we're here finally for Yellowstone Season 5, Episode 5? 4. I've lost track. 4. Episode 4. Where Beth cannot seem to get out of her own way. Beth. Hey, Beth. Beth. We are Season 5 of Beth. And I would have hoped by now she would have had just a skosh of character growth, some maturity. Yes, she's gonna be bombastic, because that's her character. She's the bombastic one. But I would have hoped that with John having the position that he's in, it's not just this part, it's all of Montana now, all eyes on you, several things going on. She would have just a small bit of maturity on how to deal with a woman who is hitting on her guy. I would hope. And shout out to, I gotta look it up here. Who was it? It was Terry Davis, 7389. Shout out to you for pointing out that Miss Tall Drink of Water was the sister Clara in 1883. What a difference a costume and a hairstyle make. So I am ready to get to it. I'm so glad that you are here with me as well. So as you can imagine, well, you can't imagine, but if you knew the week I had, you would know why my glass is so big. And I hope you have your favorite beverage, you have your cozy blanket. You're going to remember full episode watch along is available on Patreon. And if you hear some humming in the background, ignore it. I've got the space here on and my laptop is on its last legs. It is dying. Just ignore it. But yeah, sync up with whatever. Let's just get to it.
What day is it?
So who else is in jail with her? Now, will John let her sit in the cell and stew for a few days? Or is he gonna... Well, I would think Rip would bust her out, but what if John said, no, leave her there?
Fucking man.
Worked you over pretty good, huh?
Talking about the cop that arrested me.
Ooh.
To catch you for DUI.
Some bitch from California tried to fuck my husband, so I beat her with a beer bottle.
It's always some bitch from California.
Every fucking time.
Jamie came to see her. I didn't say bail her out, did I? Because I don't think he's bailing her out.
I got into a bar fight in Bozeman. Montana Board of Tourism should put that on fucking t-shirts.
I don't think the Montana Board of Tourism is too fond of locals beating the shit out of tourists on vacation.
Well, that's why I called you.
Ooh, she called him? She called him.
If she doesn't file charges, then I will ask the county attorney to show some mercy based on your diminished capacity to control your fucking emotions. So yeah, you just sit here and hope.
No bail then.
This reaches the press. It's a big embarrassment for our father.
You mean my father? Your father's out of chances to be embarrassed, isn't he, Jamie?
Do you want his help or not, Beth?
And you're gonna wait for Miss California to walk up, and when she does, you're going to stop her.
How the hell am I gonna do that?
It's not my problem, Jamie.
Beth? She is pushing too many buttons. Who's waiting in the office for Jamie? Who's waiting in the office for Jamie? Oh, he's still at the police department.
Why no charges against the complainant? There is no self-defense in a bar fight. Which is to say the victim is a defendant as well. Is she coming in?
Oh, Jamie. He irks me, and I always felt he had potential. But sometimes he pulls out something really good out of his hat. As he is the one I see wearing the hat the least.
Governor, I think that sends the wrong message.
All right. Who exactly attends the Montana Educators Luncheon?
Senator Perry will be there, legislators, school superintendents, president of Montana State.
Well, why do they call it the educators' luncheon if there's no educators there? Tell you what, when the educators' luncheon is about teachers, I'll go.
So what's happening here?
Who are they?
It's a policy advisors meeting.
Policy advisors for who?
You?
For you.
Oh, John, you have a lot to learn.
How can my policy advisors have a meeting about policies without me?
So this is what he should be attending or wants to attend, and not the luncheon for educators without educators. And he's sitting there as the governor in the spot that says governor.
You're in my seat. So what policies are we discussing today? Nobody? Let's see.
Got a lot of papers for not discussing anything.
In accordance with the U.S. Green Initiative, Montana is leasing 7,000 acres in Powder River County to Sun Energies. What is Sun Energies?
Solar farm company.
And you are?
Your chief policy advisor, Mr. Governor.
Well, nice to fucking meet you.
Finally, after how many months?
Where's your office, Stanley?
Just right down the hall.
You know what, so's mine. Suspend natural gas leases on state land in Powder River County to support the sage-grouse restoration project. And what effect do you think 7,000 acres of solar panels are going to have on their environment?
There's no evidence.
What do they do with the sagebrush when they put in the solar panels?
Remove it.
They would clear it before putting in the solar
They
panels.
remove the sagebrush.
And what do they eat and use as homes?
Sage-grouse live in the sagebrush. You're looking at me and you're not joking. I think tops of my agenda today is going to be budget discipline. You're all fired. I'm very mindful of our taxpayers' money and you're all wasting it. I'll advise myself on policy, Claire. How much money did we just save?
Roughly $1.6 million in salary and benefits, if you're serious.
Oh, I'm pretty serious.
Are they union, John? Are they union?
What a great day for the state of Montana. Where to next?
They should have done their homework when he was running for office.
Doesn't say. Usually means someone died in the park. They're in your office.
The wolves died in your park. The wolves died in the park.
They travel a tree line to here, and then they drop down into this valley to here.
Mm-hmm.
He knows that valley.
That's my ranch.
Then they move straight south, 30 miles to here.
Oh, Rip took them 30 miles.
You think my cowboys killed those wolves?
We think your cowboys killed those wolves.
And John says what? Who's he calling?
Yes, sir.
We had any wolves messing with the cattle?
Wolves? No, sir. Fish and Wildlife came by asking the same thing.
All right. There you have it.
Look, if they get in your cattle, you gotta do what you gotta do. My guess, they shot him from a distance. Didn't notice the caller, got spooked, tried to cover their tracks. An NGO pays for this research, and they have the same data we have, and they are going to draw the same conclusion. When they do,
Which is?
they will come after you with both barrels, Governor.
John has had a full 10 minutes.
This is Clara.
It's Jamie. Let me speak to him. I need you to know that I'm in a police station in Bozeman, hoping to convince a young woman to drop the aggravated assault charges she plans to file against your daughter.
This fucking day. Is there a crisis manager?
Well, that would be your press secretary, who you never hired. So I guess your crisis manager is me.
Don't volunteer yourself, pumpkin. I'm exhausted for him. Oh, and here she comes, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes, here she comes. Are they gonna let Jamie get to her first? Oh, no, at the same time. Okay, I was gonna say.
I assume you had been drinking, and I understand you approached Miss Dutton and instigated the incident.
I didn't instigate anything.
Are you sure? Something.
Yeah, you approached Miss Dutton and stated, "I'm taking your husband home. You can come with us and watch, or he can tell you about it tomorrow."
That's what she said? Is that what she said?
I was kidding.
She didn't find it very funny. You don't have to hit someone to commit assault. You just have to present a threat. You presented the threat. So if you press charges, the state must press charges against you. And since you're not a resident of Montana, you present a flight risk and your bail will be withheld.
So she just gets away with it.
She didn't get away with anything. She spent the night in jail. She's going to be charged with disorderly conduct.
I can't wait to get out of this state. Those fucking hillbillies.
No, the feeling is mutual.
It's called...
May I leave?
Please.
Guess she should have contacted a lawyer first.
Thanks.
Happy to help.
Like I have nothing else to do with my day as the Attorney General of the entire state of Montana. What is this lineup? Oh, is this the funeral? Oh, fellas.
What are they doing? Casey's boy is my guess.
Just let him be. Just let them be. I hope they're not going to dig up any wolves. That'd be terrible.
There's a dead horse over there. We'll put him in the ground beside the boy.
Can I ask you why?
You can ask, but I ain't gonna answer.
Jake, Ethan, run back to the barn and grab us a bunch of shovels. I'll help you, Mother.
This is nice. It's terrible why they're working together, but it's nice that they are working together.
Explain this job to me because it makes no sense.
Welcome to government, John.
I stepped on a few landmines, it appears.
Already? You don't comment on your personal family. You love your daughter and you hope she learns from her mistakes.
If she's convicted, what are my options?
You could pardon her, but that's officially the end of your political career, so.
I don't have to wait till the end of my term to pardon someone?
No, you have the authority to pardon,
Summer.
to commute sentence, grant clemency whenever you want.
Summer.
Next landmine?
Environmental groups relating to wolves.
Avoid them at all costs.
Yeah.
Too late.
And you need to get an environmental advisor.
Too late.
Not one of your rancher buddies, an environmentalist. Someone who understands the way that they think so they can explain to you what the hell it is they're thinking. You know, this is as much your legacy as that ranch.
Ooh, that's a way to phrase it, Linnell.
Which car is yours?
No, I can't take you back. I have to go to Helena.
Well, how do you want me to get home, Jamie? Huh? You want me to hike my skirt up on the on-ramp?
Doubt it'd be the first time.
I would have left her. Called her an Uber. I would have called her an Uber.
You have a child? Do you have a child, Jamie?
A boy.
No, I babysit on the weekends.
God gave you a boy? You have my room cut out of me? And God gave you a boy?
This is going about as well as we all expected it would. Let her walk. Let her walk. Step on the brakes. Let her walk.
Beth!
I mean, guess this is that broodmare of a fucking campaign
Yep,
manager.
just let her walk.
Yes. Stop! Taking you to that clinic is the greatest regret of my life.
What the world fucking needs is another fucking you!
Beth.
Well, I don't think Jamie named him, though.
I'm gonna take him from you. I'm gonna rob you of fatherhood, Jamie. You don't deserve it. Next time you see him, you can kiss him goodbye because he's as good as gone.
Beth, this is what gets you locked away. This is what gets you... Okay, Jamie, you got nothing else to lose. You got nothing to lose. Truthfully, he has nothing to lose. Is he gonna run her over? So is this the end of them that Casey saw? Beth, he's gonna run you over! Yep. You were this close. This close.
Car trouble?
Actually, I just got out of jail.
Dude.
No phone call to a friend or bus ticket. Just, let you out on the street. Seems an unfair policy toward one who is clearly having trouble coping in society.
Do you need a...
Right? Loved one?
What are the odds you have a cigarette?
Not good.
He's got a little girl in the car.
Oh, aren't you cute?
Mom's going to kill you, Dad.
Is Mom the jealous type?
Mom wears the pants, if you know what I mean.
Sister, I know exactly what you mean.
We've got Whiplash from John, government, Beth, everything. And now we have a solemn occasion. I wish we could have just had the solemn occasion. Man, they really got a big hearse for a little tiny baby casket. That's so sad. That is so sad. That's beautiful. I'm sorry, that's beautiful.
Nobody told me.
He didn't tell anybody.
So how was jail?
Oh, jeez.
Loudmouth pussy.
Impulse control. Find some.
John,
Don't talk business now.
this isn't the place, but we do need to talk.
Thank you for being somewhat respectful.
About the 300 jobs you eliminated, and you canceled the airport project. I think you should meet me on the reservation.
Now is not the time.
Show the people you care enough to visit.
Not the time for this.
I can do that.
Not the time for this.
I'll tell you something I never told anybody. I had a brother for about 18 hours. His name was Peter. His little heart wasn't strong enough. Doctors hoped and we prayed, and neither worked. And it changed my mother and hardened her. Years later, I was grown and Lee had just been born. Both my parents are looking at him. My father got white as a ghost, looked at my mother and said, Peter lived a perfect life. All he saw of this planet was you, and all he knew was you loved him. All he knew was you, that you loved him.
Okay, that's also beautiful.
Horses go in the field, you know that.
Yeah, no, they wanted it beside the boy. Well, my guess is the boy has something to ride in heaven. The Poison Creek outfit, they reached out. They're shorthanded to Brand, and they wanted our help.
When are we starting?
Well, next week. You plan on being here, don't you?
I'll be here.
Yeah.
This was the thought I had earlier.
Park rangers came and asked me some question about wolves that held up here.
I tried to outsmart them, and I guess I didn't. So I'm sorry, sir.
Where the wolves now?
In a place that nobody will ever find them.
The train station.
Horses in heaven.
It's the best I could figure it.
Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, my thought was, John's running the state. Who's running the ranch? Because I know Rip is keeping the ranch going. But who's in charge of the ranch while John's elsewhere? That calf knows what's up. It's like, mm-mm. Mm-mm. That little calf's going, what the fuck just happened? I was sticked and prodded and poked and burned and... I feel that way sometimes as well.
But my daughter wants to stay. Let's see if I can make a cowboy out of her shit for brains husband. Only thing he seems to like making is babies.
Is that right?
It breaks my heart to think of the world we're leaving them.
Just a plastic bag. And there you go. Oh, plastic bag and there you go.
Thank you.
Well, there's a catch. Yeah, it's a supervised release for 6 months.
Supervised by who?
You're looking at him. Help me understand you. Help me understand the way you think.
What do I get in return?
Not to be in prison.
Where am I staying?
With me. At the ranch.
Oh, great. With your bipolar sociopathic daughter?
She's hardly ever there.
She's there enough.
Our relationship will be purely professional.
For now?
Let her in.
This episode is giving me whiplash. Whiplash.
Oh, I'm just trying to decide the best path forward. How do we as a company recover? How do we save face?
Don't think... I don't think it's Jamie's problem. I would say it's not my problem.
With some of the most vital elements of your development now in a conservation easement, the argument is moot.
We just need to keep it in the news long enough to assassinate your father's reputation and choose a politician to support as the next governor.
That's right. That's right. She's looking at you.
The purpose of this dinner was to seek a soft landing. Let's figure out if we can even get along first.
Jamie hasn't... She is a Cassandra. She is a Cassandra. Cassandra is a her want... Peas in the pod. Peas in the pod. You would think...
Do you want to go to the bar?
You would... No.
I'm dreading arguing with you in court.
Jamie, don't be dumb. Please. Don't be dumb.
How the hell are you still single?
I'm not, ish.
When you live on a ranch, an hour from town.
What is Cassandra to him?
I'm feeling a little irresponsible.
I was trying to feel that way myself, too.
He's so being played.
Take me somewhere and prove it.
So being played.
Follow me.
You would think... Okay, let me wait. Let me not get ahead of myself. I was wondering if she was there.
Who cares? Let him listen.
You know, I have thoughts, you know.
Who is this bitch? Yeah, not her real name. What a surprise.
Oh. Oh. One trauma at a time, Beth. One trauma at a time.
And to think of all the hard work I did to put you in prison. And think of all the hard work I'm doing to stay out. And I do mean hard. I'll pick you up some doxycycline when I'm in town. Kill whatever funk your snatch caught in the clink. Could you also give me a toothbrush? I hate to keep using yours. I am not starting this day sober.
What's on fire? Okay. Whiplash. Whiplash. This episode was all over the place. If we were gonna have an episode with the baby's funeral, I did not appreciate Beth at the ultimate-ness interrupting what was truly a beautiful ceremony. I didn't, no, they should have been different episodes, or something else should have occurred. The ranchers helping the neighboring ranch brand their cattle, and baby funeral, yes, that marries a little bit nicely. But all the rest of it, how long, Jamie, what, she said 45? 45 years, Jamie, you have lived one with your mother and Beth, and you haven't caught a clue to how women, not women, let me say this. Women don't manipulate, all women don't manipulate. However, a manipulative woman, personality, you haven't caught a clue after 45 years? I was kind of hoping, this is what I was hoping. This is why I said I was going to wait. When she said, I'm feeling responsible, me too, take me someplace, I was kind of hoping that he would have taken her out of the restaurant, put her in the car and said, have a good night. That would have been so baller. That would have been so unexpectedly Jamie and so interesting that, yes, he has caught it. Especially now, okay, he had the day with Beth. So maybe he's feeling himself a nihilistic. But I'm so tired of Jamie being dumb. And I'm getting tired of Beth being so chaotic. We're going on year 5. I want some character growth, something new. And we didn't get John. John's trying to do something new. John's trying to marry the political side to keep his ranch in the side. Like, that's interesting. Hoo-hoo. Beth and Jamie just being Beth and Jamie. I want something new. And I want Thomas to get more involved. So that little, although it was a horribly placed moment in this time for that little tiny conversation, I like where it's going because I want him more involved. I don't know where we're going with this. Okay, here we go. Episode 4. What are they doing? Oh, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I appreciate you all oh so very much. And please take care of yourselves. Please Take a moment to be kind. Take a moment to appreciate who you're with, whether it's your family by blood or family you found. Stretch. Reminder to go eat something, and then you're going to come back and you're going to watch the next video in the queue because I like watching it with you, and hopefully you like watching this with me. So thanks again, you all, and until next time.